From the beautiful islands of Jamaica, there are tons of superstitions about animals. From the classic black cats are bad luck, to the saying that if a lizard jump on you, chances are somebody will chat you or you might just be pregnant. Now if a dog howls at night, that to some means certain death ahead or some spirit are dumping. But not all superstitions are bad. Cat rub against your foot, it's getting rid of bad energy. Hummingbird visit mean good luck. That rooster crow is strength and protection, but what does it mean for owl? I didn't know what to make of this day because I was on the hunt to find the ingredients that was in and out of season. No matter where I look, I just couldn't find any avocado or no pear. After getting my hopes up with my camera trying to video and not find the avocado, I decided to take a break. I didn't know that this one decision would have sent me down a rabbit hole. And that's when I find myself and my friend here that rate them plum tree. Try to just eat with the disappointment. I ask her if video me and I pick 2 big nosy plum. That's when me see it. At first I wasn't too sure what I was looking at, but then when me look closely, I couldn't believe I was looking at an owl. I draw closer with my heart a beat out of my chest. That's when I realized something was extremely wrong. Braced myself, and as nervous as I was, I found myself trying to help. And I don't know how this happened, but it seemed like this owl was tangled up in something and I couldn't tell what it was. I tried my best to move as quickly as possible. After trying for what seemed to be an eternity, I just wasn't getting anywhere. And I could see that the owl was getting weary. There was a bundle of thread that was wrapped around its wings, and it seems that the owl was pulling all night. This was causing the feather and the wings to be ripped apart. As fast as I was trying to work to loosen the thread, it just never did work. I was nervous and frustrated at the same time. And I honestly don't know how would I feel if this owl ended up dying. While I kept trying, I asked somebody if them could have get me a scissor. While I waited, I just kept on trying till eventually I got the scissors and things became a little bit easier. Although I was trying to be gentle and quick at the same time, I was unbelievable. I was eyeing that out from the corner of my eye. I was finally able to cut the main entanglement, but the work still never done.
Is that string or a wire?
String. Ants was all over the wing. Started moving fast. Quickly cut the second tangle. And I started to inspect the wing keenly. The owl was not looking good. Turned out that the wings of the owl was broken, and it's no way this owl could have fly, which leave me with a big problem. I leave this owl right here. If the dog don't eat him, something else will.
Poor thing.
Boy, I stare at that owl contemplating what me I gotta do and what was my next move. I had no idea what to do. As I stood there, all I could think about is that owl dying. And I decided to do what anybody would have done. Found a box and I run down that owl as best as I could and I rush him to the nearest vet that I could have found. Really have to take my time to thank all vet pets. Not only was the owl dehydrated, but they really worked on him. And during the examination, can you believe we found out that it was actually a female and not a male? And then I was hit with a disappointment. Them send the owl to the zoo. So you know, I make up my mind then and there that I had to figure out how to set this owl free. So I made my way up to Hope Zoo. After making some calls and inquiring about the owl, I was told to talk to Joey, and that's when this story gets crazy. But I have to take a moment to talk about Tallonn's Premium Dulce de Leche, a rich premium caramel spread that's great on pancake, great on toast, and even better on ice cream. It is so versatile that you can even put it in your shakes. Only 7 ingredients and no preservatives, the whole family will love it. While me and Miss P was looking around, that's when we met Joey. This man is no joke. If you have a crocodile in your backyard, this is the man for the job. And it's like the Steve Irwin of Jamaica, capturing crocodiles with his bare hands. I never think would have seen this in a real life. Not only does he capture the crocodile, but he also moves them to a safer place, sometimes even taking them to the Hope Zoo. If I was to do this job, every day I would have lived in the bathroom because I wouldn't run fish out myself. Though crocodile is his specialty, he also caters to all different type of wildlife, including iguanas, monkeys, and wild exotic birds. When Joey looked at me and told me he had something to show me, I had no idea what was coming next.
Alright, we have teams in the pause. A donation. This guy was a weird, different looking tortoise. Yeah, someone was actually migrating and they had these tortoises they had for 15 years and unfortunately they donated to the zoo. It's so cool though. From 1991 till today, we've now released over 700 iguanas back into the wild. Them here and we raise them for the first 4 to 5 years of their life, so they're much bigger and stronger, and then we release them back in the wild.
Okay.
Wow.
What is looking so Jamaican don't eat iguanas?
After a few minutes, Joey took me to see the owl, and it hit me. This was the first time I was seeing her since I tried to help her. She looked calm and peaceful, and I stood there thinking about all the superstition that has been told about owls. Them say owls are signs of death, dopey watchers, bad luck. I grew up hearing all of that. Standing in front of this owl right now, I had to ask myself a serious question. Is that really true? Or is it just people living in fear and just passing down fable? Why, I don't know. But all I know that some people say owls carry wisdom. And them said the reason why owls see in the dark is not to scare you, but to protect you. And of course, they also say that owls are good luck. And honestly, I'd rather go with that. I felt at ease now that I see the owl. The only thing that was on my mind now is how many they convinced Joe to set the owl free. I started to ask him, only to hear him say this.
The main wildlife kind of rescue center in Jamaica.
Okay, so these animals are not really kept. You let them go.
Oh yeah, they're all released.
You hear that? Happier than me you couldn't find. Because apart from just being a zoo, turns out Hope Zoo is also a rescue center for animals like these, and they're usually treated and then released. Alright, so I'm so excited. I'm at Hope Zoo now, and we're going to release the owl today. I set the owl free, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to also talk to Joy about how we got started and just how we ended up at Hope Zoo. Yeah, let's go.
We have a safe, protected area with lots of trees and like habitat for them, and the zoo itself and the garden's a real nice place for them. We have tons of trees, and they like to sleep and even nest in the tree cavities and stuff.
Okay.
And so this is a really good area for them. So I'm gonna grab them right here and then put them in the back of my truck.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he's ready to go. See like a little open grass here, and it's a good takeoff area because normally, we'll release them on the ground and they fly, but then you want to be somewhat open, but then also have some trees around because they usually fly up, and then we'll perch in a tree to rest, and then and this is good timing too. It's like 6 p.m. It's right before sunset. They are nocturnal, but they are actually very active around like sunset and sunrise. Okay. There's a big myth like, oh, they can't see. They can't see during the daytime. That's not true. They can see good during the daytime, but they can see amazing at nighttime. And that's when they're usually sleeping during the day and more active in the evening. So this is, now if he's out on land, we might be able to get a good picture of him.
Picture of the croc, but without going near the croc, right?
Dang. Oh, okay, Samson's there. There's Samson. Let's see.
Must see a glowing eye.
Yeah, let's see if I can find Delilah.
We're not going in there, are we?
We'll just see if we can get a good look. Oh, Delilah's right there. All right, I'll give you a good view. you keep your light on.
Okay. We're not going inside, are we?
But just a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
You're good, don't worry. Come back here. I have the key. Let's see what key's at.
Alright, so Joey's gonna just let us get a glimpse of this.
So we have Samson and Delilah in here. So we have, let's see. All right, Delilah's right here, female.
Oh Lord.
And then Samson, the big boy's over there. Let's see here, Delilah.
Oh my God.
What's up, Delilah?
Jesus Christ.
What's up? What's up, beautiful?
Dang.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's disturbing.
Girl.
And they're just...
Yeah, Samson, the big boy. That's the guy we'll feed next time.
Nice.
They're sitting out.
Oh, I just him tail that right there on his belly.
Yeah, he's pushing probably 13 feet. Delilah's probably just over 9, 10 feet. What's up, girl?
And they're just calmly just laying there.
Just calm down. So, you know, kind of like the owls, they're nocturnal too. So they usually sleep most of the day and then they're a bit more active at night.
Oh.
Yeah. And they have really good, like night vision kind of.
Oh, so them can see really well.
Yeah, they can see really good at night.
Oh boy, well,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be staying right here.
Yeah. If we can go in on that side, we actually get a good view of Samson.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
we'll go back a bit.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're still gonna be in safe distance. Just get a better. You gotta see Samson. Samson's impressive, man. He's
I
like
swear to you,
like 500-600 pounds.
a crocodile a while ago. I'm nervous.
We're going this gate over here.
Is another one?
There's a little gate right here. So this kind of brings us on the other side of the pond.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in the same crocs, but so let's come up here. I got a stick. Here, come on, just step over here. You're fine. Just don't fall in the water. So come over here and should get a good view of Samson here. There's a good boy.
Oh my flipping
Yeah,
God.
look at this guy.
Jesus Christ.
What's up, Samson? Who's a good boy? Yeah?
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. So this is who we're gonna feed when you come back.
We?
Yeah, you. Sorry, you.
Oh Lord.
This is who you're gonna feed.
Yo, he is so big.
And then
How old is he, you know?
he's probably close to 30 years old. So they can easily live 80 years, but he's probably just over 30. You know, close to probably 12 and a half feet, easily around 600 pounds.
He is huge.
Oh, look, Delilah came in. Delilah came in the water. What's that, sweetheart? Don't worry, I'm going to feed you tomorrow. I'm going to feed them tomorrow for Easter. All the Easter kids.
So how often do you feed them?
Once a week. So
That's good?
Yeah. You know, they're cold-blooded, so they can eat one big meal and they're good for a week. You know, even a couple weeks. That's even what they do in the wild. Sometimes they'll go even longer. So they'll eat one big meal and they're good for a couple weeks. But you can see how they're built kind of as like ambush predators. So
Yeah,
her
like
nostrils.
I couldn't even see that.
Yeah.
That was him a while ago.
Yeah, so you can believe there's 10 feet of crocodile right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, she has her nostrils right there, and then she's got her eyes on top of her head.
Yeah.
And that way she can, you know.
Yeah, Joey, my tail from now on, I run left it anyhow.
You're good. Don't worry, you're good. Yeah, it's safe.
Oh, this is kind of cool still, but I swear to you, and they can move extremely fast. As big as he is, how fast can he move?
So he's definitely much faster in the water, and then they're very kind of explosive. Imagine them as like sprinters almost.
Right. So just throw them alone?
Yeah, in here, and that's common. Like they're not our crocs here. They usually live like male and female together, or they'll kind of just live on their own. Usually the males can be very territorial. So on the other side of this wall, we have another male and female, Aki and Dumpling.
I can't do. I can't do.
Aki and Dumpling.
I can't do.
Yeah, and then on the other side we got another younger male and female. We got Spice and Sugar Bear.
Okay, so there's quite a few of
There are
them
a few of
here.
them, yeah.
I mean, this little setup here though it's pretty.
Yeah, so
it's a good space.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to expand it. So the Hope Zoo was, if you didn't know, was built and it started open in 1960, and this was one of the first exhibits has been opened, since 1960. So kind of what we've been doing over the last 5-10 years is remodeling and kind of fixing up everything, expanding space.
So they're just calmly just watching.
Yeah.
They're not.
So they know me.
They don't feel danger or nothing.
No man, they feel calm. If anything, they're waiting for me to toss some food. She just went down.
So you normally.
Look, she just disappeared.
Yeah, like.
So, but yeah, if anything, they thought maybe I was coming in here with some food. So that's why she came over. You could tell she was kind of waiting right there.
Right. So you normally feed them at night?
No, normally feed them during the day.
Oh.
But it is third time. Normally I would have fed them today, but since we have the Easter thing, I'm going to feed them for all the kids tomorrow.
Oh. And what do they normally eat?
Whole chicken. So luckily we have a neat deal worked out with CB, where oftentimes they get to have a bunch of expired
Rotten chicken. Oh.
It's not even rotten. It's good. It's just the date's expired, and they can no longer sell it, in the stores for people. And so they'll donate it to us because it's perfect for the crocs and for some of our animals like this. And so it really helps us out a lot because I can go around and feed.
So you have a lot of chicken put on for them already?
Yeah, so we have a couple deep freezers full of chicken, and so when it comes to the day to feed them, I'll pull out 60, 70 pounds and just thaw it out, and then go around and feed all the crocs in one day. And
this keeps them for a week.
Yeah, good for a week.
Okay, wow.
Because Samson here, he'll eat easily probably 4 whole chicken.
What?
He'll eat 4. He'll eat 34 whole chickens.
Oh wow.
So eat 4 whole chickens, and he's good for a while. Where she went?
Oh Lord.
Yep.
Well, I must say, Joey.
Man, they're good. Wait till when I feed them. So this water is 10 feet deep, but then over here it's literally just a couple inches. And so we'll stand right there. And Samson's trainer and Delilah, they're both trained. I'll call them up, and they'll come up here right in front of us and just sit there patiently while we sit there and toss them some chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that.
Yes, definitely.
Get out of here, because this is what.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm just surprised at how he just.
She was the one over there. And
all right, so let me ask you, if I was supposed to drop in that water there, they would attack thinking I'm food.
Yeah, they probably bite thinking they would just think it's maybe a chicken or something in the water.
Try and attack it.
The natural response would just be to bite something that fell in the water.
Right.
Yeah. So we don't want that one to be good.
Right. Okay, well that experience was a wild one. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Samson is huge.
Yeah, big impressive boy, man. Easily over 30 years old, 600-pound animal.
Damn, that was fun.
Yeah. On the way out, I'll stop by my office.
Thanks for the tour, man. This is super interesting.
Yeah, sir.
So we're at Hope Zoo, and I'm not gonna lie, this is really, really fun, very informative. I'm learning so much, and I mean, it just makes me appreciate what Joy and the Hope Zoo is doing for animals. We need this. Hi, Valerie. Whoa.
She's just about.
She's not going to bite?
No, man, she don't bite. I just pulled her out of the water. You just squirm a bit.
Whoa.
Cool, huh? So she's probably just.
Look at her eyes.
Yeah. So they almost have those cat-like eyes. They have the vertical slits, kind of like cats or some other nocturnal animals. So they have really good night vision, like I was saying.
Wow.
So you can hold her in your hand.
But what about she's not going to bite?
She'll just rest there. No, man, she won't bite. She'll squirm a bit. Eventually, she'll settle here. So hold her so she kind of rests in your fingers, and then she'll calm down after a bit. So you're good. You're good. Trust me. I'm not gonna let her do anything. So
all right, we'll be holding.
Yeah, you're good, like that.
All right, hold this with me.
She'll squirm for a little bit,
and
she'll eventually she'll just settle. Yeah, see, she's chill.
Jesus.
Just support her.
Okay, all right. Calm down, Valerie.
Yeah.
Yo, show
I
me.
got you.
All right. Yo, she feels like
even when she
rubber.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's us. Oh my God.
Not bad though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's cool to know that Valerie will someday grow as just as big as Samson.
I know, right? I know, right? But she's moving, man.
Yeah. She's a bit more active.
So
right
she
now.
don't bite?
No, she don't bite.
Why?
one, we've been handling her quite a bit. We use her for kind of, you know, outreach with the kids and stuff. So she's used to being held by people.
Oh, wow.
She's a bit more active now because it is nighttime, you know.
Right.
But she, yeah, they're usually pretty docile as youngsters. Oh, yes.
Yo, oh my God, she's busy.
Right?
She's busy. This is Valerie. And Valerie is how old?
About almost 7 months.
7 months old. And you can see her little teeth. They are.
Yep.
She's pretty calm now, but she was like really going at it. If you look at her tail.
Yep. So that's like their paddle when they're swimming in the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny that this crocodile is going to get so huge, but right now she's just so calm, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at her little feet too. I always like their little hands.
Yeah,
And feet.
look at her, like web feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so cool. So why is it that she's not biting me? Because she just used to me.
One, they are pretty docile as babies and young crocodiles, and then
Okay.
we've also been handling her quite a bit to get her used to.
So as they get older, they'll get more aggressive.
Yeah, they get more kind of a bit more feisty, whereas you know they aren't going to really attack people, but if they feel scared or threatened, then they are going to defend themselves.
And that's why she's not biting, because she don't feel scared or
yeah,
threatened.
she feels more comfortable.
This is cool. This is cool. I'm feeling a little more comfortable.
You thought you were just going to release an owl tonight?
I thought I was just going to release an owl today, but this is nice. This is so interesting. Like, I encourage anybody to like come to Hope Zoo and like really just learn the history. If you look at the back, oh my God, this is like leather.
Yeah,
it's
really
like,
smooth, right?
Yeah, it's so smooth, and it's like what is that? It's a female, Valerie.
Yeah, it's a female.
Yeah,
but you can't really tell by looking at them. That's just their opening.
Oh.
You know, so to actually see if it's a male, you have to look inside, and you'd actually see a little penis in there. If it was a male.
Oh,
and then
cool.
yeah.
Dang, nice. All right, cool. All right, Valerie. Your teeth, them all them
There you go.
tiny and sharp. Joey, thanks, man. This is. I'm gonna give you.
Yeah. You're good.
Oh Lord.
Let's switch.
All right, so.
All right, man.
Oh, that is so cool,
job.
though. That is so cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Your first one you've touched?
First time I've ever touched a crocodile.
Awesome. See, I like being a part of that. That's cool.
What point do you move her to something bigger?
We're actually getting ready to build her a new little space over by the petting zoo. So right now, at this age, we keep them in a smaller tub just because they are a bit more delicate and we like to monitor them a bit closely. You know, and at this size, they're eating 2-3 times a week, just smaller meals. Whereas once she gets bigger, they can eat one big meal once a week. So probably here in another month or two, we're gonna move her into like a bigger, kind of like a pool, probably like a 5-foot pool with a bunch of land and everything. But we're gonna build a nice little spot by the petting zoo because she's like our one we use for like education and working with the kids in the petting zoo. So usually if you come on the weekends, she's the one that people will get to hang out with and everything.
Okay.
We have her and another one named Bobby, who's our kind of our.
So how long does it take to get like really big?
They actually grow really slow. So
So it can take a year.
Yeah, like in a year, she'll probably in another year she'll probably be close to maybe 2 feet.
Okay, cool.
You know, and
Cool.
You know, by the time she's like 3 years old, they're usually maybe around 3 feet. But you know, she's not reaching 10 feet till probably 12, 14 years or so.
Okay, cool. All right, Joey, I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Listen, that was so interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I was like kind of nervous to touch Valerie a while ago, but when you hold her, it's just like you're holding a little snake or something like that. It's not that bad. But I mean, just the experience is so interesting, man. It's so interesting.
Obviously, what you found, the barn owl, which is our native owl, but the barn owl is found all around the world. But we do have our own Jamaican owl. That's
you have a Jamaican
It's
owl?
found only here in Jamaica. It's this beautiful, like little brown owl, and they're unique to Jamaica. And they're really neat. So I can show you one of those.
Yeah, that would be cool. Really didn't. I mean, look at it. Yeah, nice. So what you normally give him to eat?
So we get like baby chickens.
Oh, really?
Or that we get those donated from iPro.
Oh.
And then or rodents too. So we switch between that. Rodents is the he's excited. So rodents is the best thing. That's why they're good to have around your house because all night they're hunting mice, rats, and stuff.
Right.
So if you have those around your house, they're almost like nature's pest control. You know.
Oh, okay.
So they're really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, is Why it look like him? Oh, I thought it's
That's some food from earlier. So what I did, I gave him extra food today just before the release to try to, kind of get him nice and like kind of full, so that way, it's ready to go.
Okay.
That bud. And so pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you said it was
yeah, you just pull that thing down, and now open up.
Wow. And just leave him like that?
Yeah, normally hopefully after a bit, you can. Yeah, then you can grab that, and you can kind of stand on this, whichever side, because it's probably that way you can get him when he flies off. It'll be a nice view.
Oh, he's gonna go that way.
Yeah, most likely. Whoa! You gonna go see? You got a nice tree to go in.
Yeah.
So,
where did he go?
He's right up here.
Dang.
So, it's good. And these big mango trees are perfect for them too.
Yeah.
And so he'll go up there for a bit. He's like.
Oh yeah, there he is.
And so he's kind of gonna get settled.
Yeah.
And find a good spot for a bit.
Yeah.
There he goes up there. Yeah, man.
And that's it.
We'll be hanging here for a few minutes. We'll see if he might eventually, he might go to another tree. But typically they'll fly out, find a nice, big tree that they feel safe in.
Right.
And then eventually, tonight he'll find a good, more permanent spot.
They enjoy these things, don't
yeah,
they?
man, I love it. It's cool, especially when you see them come in, and all beat up and injured and stuff, and then to be able to release them, because there's screws or broken legs, and they can't be released, or else they're just gonna die. So the best thing for them at that point is to kind of end the suffering and put them down.
Oh, when it's really bad.
When it's really bad. So that happens quite a bit too. Most people don't realize, but unfortunately it does. But so when you have these good success stories and they're able to be released, it's nice.
Oh,
you see him up there?
Yeah, him look comfortable too.
He's gonna fly here soon. He's gonna find another spot. He's looking around. He's like, okay.
That is so cool though, to see him actually, caught and taken care of and let out is really cool.
Yeah, we have some that come in as babies. Babies will fall out of the nest, and people will bring us a baby. And we literally have to hand feed it twice a day, for the first 2-3 months of its life.
Oh, really?
And then after probably 5 or 6 months, because you have to hand feed them till they're eating on their own, and they have to eat on their own for a couple months, and then you have to put them in a big enough cage, because it's not like they just start flying, they have to build up those muscles.
Okay.
So we put them in a bigger flight cage where they can fly around and build up those kind of breast muscles, and then we get to release them. So
so how long do a baby owl take to reach full maturity?
I mean, to release, sometimes it can be 6 to 8 months.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. We've had some here for almost a year at times, because we had some bad injuries. But he was here just over a month or so. Yeah, which is good. That's good, because we don't want to keep them. We try to minimize the time we keep them in captivity, because
you don't want them get too used to
people, too dependent on people.
Right.
So that's why we kind of just try to get them out as quickly once we feel like they're ready.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool still. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a good area. Like the zoo, there's tons of trees. It's a safe area for to find mates in other areas.
Yeah, it's a big space. So
yeah, man, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, how you end up in Jamaica though?
All my different experiences kind of led me to Jamaica. Before Jamaica, so I've been here for 5 years now. Before this, I was doing my master's work studying crocodiles in the Philippines, and then endangered iguanas in Fiji. And before that, I was at San Diego Zoo in California for 5 years. And so because I was doing research on iguanas in Fiji, the zoo has a famous, conservation program for the Jamaican iguana, and I'd heard of the kind of the work going on for the Jamaican iguana, but wasn't too familiar with Hope Zoo. But I knew some people working here. When the old curator had left in 2019, they had actually reached out to me because I had, good experience working with endangered iguanas, and I had experience working in the zoos.
Right.
And so they asked me to come down, look at the zoo and consider the job. And so, obviously came down here for a week and, fell in love, and came down to Jamaica for a week to kind of check it out, kind of like a job interview, and to see the zoo and just kind of,
You really loved it.
Really loved it, and I saw a lot of potential with the zoo and just living here, and so it just took off from there. But in zoos and research, I've been doing this almost just over 15 years now.
I've seen those videos with you and the crocodile.
Yeah, man.
And like, don't you get scared?
No, man. It's just like it's something that I've been doing so long at, and I feel so much experience that I just feel comfortable and safe doing it. I'm not trying to cowboy or do anything, we're trying to protect the crocs, keep people safe. And I know safe ways to go about doing it. You know, every situation is different, and you know, you are working with very big, dangerous animals, but there's safe ways to go about it.
So there's a certain technique that you use to capture.
Yeah.
So all crocodiles or alligators, there's a certain way to capture them.
Yeah. I mean, there's safe ways to. I mean, every situation is different, especially in Jamaica. Sometimes, you know, they're in a gully down in Seaview Gardens. Sometimes they're in a sewage pond in Portmore.
Right.
So you kind of have to adapt to every situation. But
when you go there and you see all these people and they're like a crocodile and they're all over,
it's kind of like you kind of zone them out. You know, you can talk to them a bit, you know, like, hey, no worries and everything, but you kind of just zone them out and kind of, you know, usually I have a couple people, a good team around me, and, you know, we communicate. It's almost like, all right, here's the mission, here's the plan, you know, we have every step laid out, you know, so just, I'm doing this, everyone knows their roles, and we know how it's going to go. And, you know, it's usually...
It works well. You've never ever been in a situation where you've been harmed by a crocodile or...
No, like I've never been bit, knock on wood. But I've been injured where usually the injuries happen because, you know, even after we tape their mouths shut, the teeth, the front teeth in the mouth, they still kind of stick out on the side. And so usually what happens is we're carrying the croc, and you know, sometimes they're really calm and all of a sudden they just start swinging. And if they hit you with the side of the head, they can just slice you open. So I've been sliced open on my leg before, or cut open my fingers, because that tooth will just kind of swipe you. And it's like
that sharp?
Yeah, man, it's like a blade coming across. And so...
Done anything with sharks or anything like that?
No, nothing. I've been like diving with sharks and stuff, but no kind of research or kind of rescue stuff. Mainly, you know, crocodiles, a lot of work with snakes as well, and then obviously birds. But I started off like, you know, just as a kid, I was in love with snakes, like all reptiles, all animals, but snakes are my thing as a kid. Like even when I was like 6, 7 years old, I used to go out in the woods behind my parents' house and go catch snakes in the woods, and you know, bring them back to the house. You know, for my mom was terrified. But you know, did my bachelor's at the University of Kansas, which is a really big school for herpetology. So herpetology is the study of reptiles and amphibians.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There I go. I didn't know that one.
You got mammalogy, which is the study of mammals. Ornithology, which is the study of birds. Herpetology is the study of reptiles.
I'm gone, no man.
He was jumping around up there. Oh, yeah, he's still jumping around up there.
See you feed these crocodiles.
You need to come during the daytime. Come during the daytime. We'll go feed them together. Crocs here at the zoo. So crocodiles are really intelligent, and so they're totally different from wild. I mean, they are different from wild crocs. Whereas in the wild, believe it or not, our Jamaican crocs are very shy and like they don't want nothing to do with people. Like, so when we go out in the wild trying to look for crocs, it's kind of hard because whenever they see us, they swim off and hide. Whereas the crocs here at the zoo, I kind of have a relationship with them, and they know me, so I can call them up. They know when it's feeding time. They're not coming they'll come and just sit right in front of me. They don't want to eat me, but they know I have all the chicken or all the food. So they'll sit right there, and I can sit there and toss them chicken. And it's almost like a dog. They're going to sit there and stay, you know, and they're very well kind of trained.
We've seen videos where crocodile attack people. Why is that?
So you can definitely train the crocs. So here at the zoo, they can be trained almost like, you know, they can learn to come, to stay, you know, to learn different commands. But they're still a dangerous animal. You know, I still, you know, never turn my back on them. You know, and never take it for granted. You know, in a split second, they could still jump up if they wanted. But so you always have to be cautious of that. In the wild, you know, we really encourage people not to feed crocs or feed any wildlife, because all that does is make that animal associate people with food or dependent. So instead of, you know, these crocs being kind of scared of people and swimming away, oftentimes the ones that have been fed by people, as soon as they see a person, they come up to the people. Looking
to get food.
And then all it takes is maybe some kid unknowingly walking around the pond or to slip in, and then boom, the croc just thinks it's a food item. They don't know it's a person. They just think, and so you know, so that's why we really tell people don't feed crocodiles, don't feed any animals, because it really makes the situation worse.
So with you feeding them, they don't know you.
Yeah, because this is only for in the zoo. Like I don't go out in the wild feeding crocs. Yeah, it's only for our captive crocs here in the zoo. Yeah, but they can definitely be trained, man. They're very intelligent animals. You know, they're the only reptiles that actually show like parental care. You know, snakes and lizards normally just like lay their eggs or have their babies and the mom's done. Whereas the mom croc will lay her eggs, protect that nest for 3 months while they're incubating, and then even as the babies are getting ready to hatch, they call from the egg, and the mom will help carry the eggs and open them, and a lot of times even protect them for the first 6 months or so. They're very intelligent.
So tell me about the iguanas though, because you're passionate about that project as well.
Yeah, man. So we have our Jamaican iguana, which a lot of people may not even know about, but so there's about 45 iguana species around the world, and we have one Jamaican iguana. It's found nowhere else in the world, and it's actually one of the most endangered animals in the world. It was thought to be extinct till 1990, and then it was luckily rediscovered up in the Ocho Rios in 1990 by this random pig hunter who found, swear to God, found this lizard up in a tree in 1990. Was like, oh my gosh! And unfortunately, he brought it down to the zoo, and researchers from UE came over, and they were in total disbelief. They thought this thing had been extinct. Wiped off.
Yes.
So,
Wow. This was when?
1990.
Oh wow.
So
I've heard that they were extinct before.
It's a really cool story. So that created this big kind of initiative to help save this iguana, and they pretty much figured out that invasive species, so non-native animals like the Indian mongoose, feral cats, were eating all the baby iguanas. And so the best thing to save them was to start what we call a Head Start program. So they would catch up all the babies in the wild and then bring them to the zoo and then raise them up for 4 to 5 years till they're much bigger and stronger, and then release them back into the wild, and they're able to survive and escape the predators. And so here at the zoo, we have what's called a Head Start facility, where we have usually 400 to 500 iguanas that were brought from the wild as babies, and they're being raised up and then released back in the wild. And since 1996, we've released over 700 iguanas back in the wild.
Why would we need iguanas though? Like,
I mean, so think about there's two things I usually tell people. One, they're part of our Jamaican culture, you know. It's like, you know, they're part of our whatever. They're part of Jamaican culture, you know. They're unique to Jamaica. So it's like the last thing, you know, you don't want to be telling your kids books about this like extinct animal that's not here anymore. You know, so we want to do what we can to protect, you know, our Jamaican wildlife.
Right. So
and then two, they're actually very important for the forest, for the ecosystem, because they feed on native plants and fruits, and then pretty much. And two things, they feed on the native, so fruits are seeds, right? And so as they eat those fruits, you know, they run around the forest pooping out those seeds. So they spread out the growth of plants. And then the coolest thing is they actually found out, they took seeds, you know, that typically just fall in the ground naturally and then germinate and grow. And they took seeds from iguana poop. The seeds from iguana poop actually germinated 6 times faster.
Oh wow!
So they speed up.
Proper protein.
So they're not only they spreading out the growth of plants, they're speeding up the growth of the plants. So they're just good for the forest and all animals in general. A lot of people may be against zoos, or they're I don't like zoos being in captivity. You know, here we take care of these animals like they are like our family, like our kid. You know, I have a team of 15 zookeepers, a full-time veterinarian, vet tech. And each and every one of these animals is like our family, you know, and we give them the best care, the best food possible. Anytime one gets the smallest scratch or sickness, you know, our veterinarian's taking care of it. And so they're very well taken care of. And then I think if you come to the zoo and see how much, like today we had like 10 schools, probably 400 kids running around, just having the best time ever, you know, learning about the animals, you know, getting to interact with the animals. And that, you know, is a really impactful kind of experience for these kids as they're growing up, you know. So there's so many good things that go on here.
You know, a lot of people will say, yo, the animals are locked up and
no man. So first of all, okay, nowadays no animals are in the zoo. They're not taken from the wild. So all these animals are born in captivity, you know. So it's not like they can be, the ones that are actually in the zoo can't ever be released. So they're captive born animals. Believe it or not, the animals in captivity usually often live
way longer, because if living in the wild is a tough life. You get injured, you know, you get disease or something, you're done with. So we're here, as soon as they get any kind of sickness or wound, you know, boom, they got the doctor right there taking care of them. I never looked at it like that, but that makes sense.
And another way to think of it is these animals are kind of almost like ambassador animals for the ones in the wild, you know, because, you know, kids can watch TV all day long, watch National Geographic, but it's not nearly the educational, impactful experiences that actually seeing that animal in front of you at the zoo. You know, not everyone can travel to Africa or travel to this country to see them. So being able to come to the zoo here in Kingston and see these animals up close, it's really neat on these kids. You know, some of my best memories growing up was visiting the zoo where I was, and look what it helped me where I'm at.
It's a lot that goes into it.
Because we have like the zoo, obviously the zoo itself, and then the behind the scene, all the wildlife rescue work we do as well. We're like kind of half zoo, half sanctuary. And we're a nonprofit, you know, and so by people coming to the zoo, all that money helps us go towards our wildlife rescue efforts, because it's a lot of money to take care of, this owl, was just fed and, given meds for over a month.
Right.
Whenever people buy an entry pass to the zoo or buy food at the zoo, all that money helps us keep these operations going.
And to imagine that I found this out by capturing as
Right.
owl. I wouldn't even know that this was a non-profit organization.
Yeah.
I called 3 other places and nobody came but Hope Zoo. And they're the one that brought this back to life, brought back the owl to life. So that's amazing. I'm looking forward to doing this again. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Make sure you subscribe, click the like button, share. You want to big up on yourself, and I'm looking forward to see you again. Peace out.